Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's nothing but excitement from the guys in the locker room, and especially just coming back home, getting the chance to, get back in front of our crowd and the atmosphere that we have here at the Law. There's nothing but excitement in the locker room and from the guys, going into the game tomorrow. So we're excited.
Tanner, this is your first rodeo. A lot of young guys on this team. What's maybe kind of been the veterans' message for these guys?
Well, the biggest thing is just, trust your body. Trust what you've done the whole year. You got guys like Grant Little that have played, majority of the year, Josh Young that have played a lot, and then Brian Klein coming in and playing second base. Just the biggest thing from us and from Coach Tadlock is just trust what you've done the whole year and stay under control is one of the biggest things too. Is don't do anything you haven't done the whole year, because this is what's got us here. So I think if they can stick to that, they'll be fine.
Have you seen an extra excitement with the fans, a buzz in the community about, baseball being back here in Lubbock?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's always a pretty exciting and neat deal when, especially, we're the only ones left in town, and we're still rocking and rolling. And you got the people of Lubbock that really enjoy Texas Tech athletics and they're big supporters, and we love to see it. We love the hype that they bring and the excitement, and hopefully they bring it tomorrow.
How much does it help that you guys are familiar with this NCAA process and kind of how these things work? And does that allow you maybe just to focus a little bit more on baseball and not be distracted by all the stuff that goes on?
Yeah, I think it could be kind of helpful just knowing the process, and there's different rules coming in and different things we have to do, whether it's the BP time or getting this practice like it was only an hour and 15 minutes. It's just different stuff like that we've been through, and we already know that this is a time schedule, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So it's kind of helpful, and kind of getting these young guys kind of accustomed to it and getting them used to kind of the feel of this, and hopefully after this year, however it goes, they can be accustomed to it for years to come. So.
You've got a couple games under your belt, the second now. How'd that feel, getting back in the groove with that and just kind of getting in rhythm with it?
It was good. That's what I played second my whole high school career, so I felt fine over there. The first couple innings, it was kind of weird, but I just after those few innings, it kind of felt at home again. So I felt fine, and wherever Coach Tadlock needs me, that's where I'll be.
How important would you say a routine is this week for the younger players to stay in routine? And
yeah, I think that would be big. That's kind of one of the things that Coach Tadlock stresses a lot, not just during postseason time, but throughout the year and stuff. He really stresses whatever you do before a game, after a game, type of deal is what you need to stick to. And I think that that's really important that you brought that up, because that's huge when it comes to this kind of tournament style play. It's just sticking in rhythm, sticking to what you're good at throughout the day, because these are long days. You got games going on all the time, so it's definitely huge to stick to that routine, and we've kind of worked on that, so that's pretty important.
You like this early start, so you don't have to sit back and wait for that first game. The fact that you guys are going right out of the chute, were you guys excited with that?
Yeah, I don't really think anybody minds the time, as long as we're out here playing still is kind of the big deal. I enjoy playing day games here too. It's kind of one of those things that there's nothing like playing under the lights, but I really enjoy playing during the day. So, and I know these guys do too. So,
just going back to you starting at second the last two times, I guess when did you kind of find out? How long did it kind of take you to either kind of ease into it, or did you have to do anything different going into it?
No, I actually didn't know until I looked at the lineup that day. So I always bring my infield glove just in case, because I never know when my name's going to get called to go, whether it be second, third, or wherever. So I actually didn't know that I was going to be at second until I looked at the lineup sheet going into BP that day. And nothing's really that different for me. I kind of stick to the same plan, and other than getting fly balls, I'm getting ground balls during BP. So that's pretty much the biggest thing.
Just that first hop or that first field, did it feel good, or did it kind of take a while for you to kind of get used to it again?
No, it felt fine.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing that kind of helped me is I've been there before, and I played against Texas there last year, against New Mexico a few times at second last season, and my freshman year I played the whole year at third. So ground ball's a ground ball, doesn't matter where it's at.
And And then I guess in terms of young players, how have they kind of helped you kind of going into this year? I know you talked a little bit about some of the guys like Josh and kind of Grant. I guess how have they helped and how have they kind of matured kind of going into it? Because at this point, they're kind of not freshmen anymore.
Yeah, for sure. And, they've kind of grown up, pretty quick through this season. And, I think a lot of people can see that if you really pay attention to our team and just seeing the maturity that they've really possessed throughout the year. And especially a guy like Brian Klein, who didn't really play most of the year, just kind of sat back and was behind Michael Davis and really just matured not playing. And I think that was really important because he's one of those guys that really pays attention to the game and understands what his role is. So I think things like that with him and Josh Young, man, he's a special talent. I think everybody pretty much knows that, and he's been mature since the day he stepped on campus, and which is really exciting and impressive on his part. And you said Grant Little, he's that one game he had like 4 doubles, man, that was impressive. But it's just getting them to the point where they're comfortable, and I think they really got comfortable pretty early, and I think that was really important.
Where are your emotions right now? Getting ready for tomorrow's first game.
I'm pretty content right now. I think it's kind of comfortable to be able to get out here and know that we've been here before. I'm not over exuberant with emotions right now. I'm pretty content. I'm feeling good, feeling fine. So I know everyone's excited if that's what you wanted to hear.
What are some other advantages of playing in this ballpark, in this setting, this time of year, other than the atmosphere?
Oh wow! I guess the nice weather. It's a nice day out here. I haven't looked at the forecast, but I know we're used to this. We're used to this kind of weather, this kind of dry heat, and especially the turf. I don't know if any of these other teams. I know Sam Houston State has a grass field. I don't know about Arizona or Delaware, but playing on this turf, it will get hot, and we're used to it. I don't know if those guys are or not. So we're comfortable here. We like it. This is our home. So this is why we came here is partly because of this playing surface and this atmosphere and stuff. So we're pretty comfortable here.
Can you just talk more real quick? Can you talk about the added confidence you just have in this pitching staff, adding Davis back in the lineup?
I think it's huge. It's really big. We've been waiting for him to get healthy for a while. It feels like forever, going into those Friday night games with whoever we had on the mound. It's really big for us just to get him back on the mound, get him feeling good, and hopefully he can keep himself healthy and pitch well like he did last postseason.
I guess, can you talk about how special this season's been, being a national seed, hosting, but you're not done. It's been special, but you still got a goal at the end.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest thing, kind of going through this year is everybody's talked about the hype and how we are the national seed and Big 12 co-champions and stuff like that. But I think there's kind of been a standard set here by Coach Tadlock that it's really not just hosting a regional, not hosting a super regional, and really not getting to Omaha is not the final goal. It's kind of been set, and that's kind of one of the things that us older guys try to stamp in on the younger guys is just getting to Omaha is not really satisfying anymore. We're ready to win a national championship and bring it to Lubbock.
Thanks, Tanner.
Good. We had some time off. We left the Big 12 tournament early, but we're here now, kind of moving on and taking it one game at a time, so feeling pretty good.
I guess what's the mindset of the team right now? Like you said, leaving the tournament early, but you guys are still hungry and eager.
Yeah, win some ball games. That's what we're trying to do here. It's always been that mindset, but I think right now it's we're here trying to do something bigger than people expect. But I think we're excited. All the guys are excited in the locker room, and we're ready to get going.
During the Big 12 tournament, you had Tanner to kind of work with. What was that like, and was it pretty easy for him to kind of make that transition?
Yeah, he's a very good athlete. He does his things very well. He'll come out and work hard. So it's easy to work with a guy like Tanner. He's been there before. He's done it. So, it wasn't nothing new to me. People probably surprised that he played second, but I wasn't. Tadlock does some things like that every now and then, and you got to respect it and trust it.
Speaking of that, getting Davis Martin back, how big was that for y'all's confidence and just the pitching staff?
Huge, man. I think Davis Martin leads that. You know, he's a big leader in our team, not just the starter, the Friday night guy, but we trust him. We trust his work ethic, and he comes out and shows up all the time. You know, so we're excited to see what he has this week. You know, and first real week back. You know, last week he kind of felt for it a little bit, but now he's really getting going, and they're going to let him go. So.
Have y'all spoken about Delaware? What are you kind of expecting from them?
A great team. You know, at this point, any team in a regional is going to be solid. You know, so you can't take any team lightly. You know, we're trying to win the first game, and we'll go from there.
What are the advantages of playing in this ballpark? I mean, aside from the atmosphere.
I mean, like you said, the atmosphere, of course. But I don't know, man. I think he's just been playing here all year. You kind of get comfortable, you know. And some other teams get come in here and kind of feel for, you know, off the wall, you know, how that plays, the backstop, and for the most part, we have a good idea, so it should benefit us.
I'm going to extend on that, just from a fielding aspect, being at home, you know this turf, you don't have to adjust. If you were going to play somewhere else, is there an adjustment period, and will the teams coming in that aren't used to playing on this maybe have to figure it out pretty quick?
Yeah, I mean, the cliche thing to say is no, you know, the thing, every ground ball is a ground ball, but I think you go play on a different field and you got to feel for it a little bit. You know, the day before you got to get in there and feel for it. At the end of the day, you're feeling it the same way, of course. But I think, yeah, it does play a big part. You know, I'm comfortable where I'm at here, and I think the rest of the infielders can say the same thing. So we're comfortable.
Orlando, you've done postseason with expectation before. What's kind of been the message from you older guys to the younger guys that haven't done this yet?
Just enjoy it, man. You know, I think last year I enjoyed it. We're trying to do something big. You know, I think the road to Omaha is great, and we're trying to win one game at a time, but I think the bigger picture is trying to be number one. You know, at the end of the day, making Omaha is a big deal, but I think we're trying to do it right this year, so we'll see how that goes.
Have you felt like an extra excitement, an extra buzz in the community that the regional is being hosted here in Lubbock?
Oh yeah, every time you can make a regional, especially if you host it, you know, the people here are, everywhere you walk around, you know, they're all excited, and you see all these kids looking up to you. It's a great time of the year. You know, it's like a holiday, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I got some family coming in, so it should be fun.
Have you had to say anything to the freshmen, or they've been so mature all year?
We got some pretty mature freshmen. You know, I wasn't that mature. If I was a freshman and we were going through this run, you would have had to tell me something. You check up on me, but no, we got some pretty mature freshmen that are ready to play, and they know what we're trying to do as well. You know, we all have this one goal in mind, and I think they're on board. So it's exciting to see that, and we're ready to go, man.